Unfortunately, it's going to be like that until like 5 o'clock.
I'm just gonna go for it. Thank you. Good afternoon, internet. It is 1:45 in the afternoon, and welcome back to the channel. Well, there can be no mistake as to where I am. On the younger sister of Frankie. I am riding a Yamaha Tenere, like Frankie, but instead of 1987, I am now riding a 2025 Yamaha Tenere. If I can't ride Frankie, at least I want to ride her younger sister. So, what is going on? Taking a break from my ride to Japan. And that's because my book has been translated to English and published in both the United States and the UK, and also Australia, New Zealand. My book will come out in India on the 5th of August. You can now pre-order. I will put the link. So yeah, it's going crazy with the book. And my book is a New York Times bestseller, and it's also a Sunday Times bestseller. Sunday Times bestseller list is here in the UK. It's crazy. I am touring around the UK, England, Wales and Scotland. So technically Greater Britain for the coming weeks. And doing book signings and visiting some bookstores. But the majority of the time I'll actually be riding around on a motorbike. And so Yamaha has been really nice. I asked them, hey, can I borrow a Tenere? And so they've given me this bike. I'm borrowing it. It's not mine. But I am riding it, around England, Wales and Scotland. So I'm super looking forward. But now I am starting in London, and believe it or not, I have never been to London. I am actually really excited. I'm gonna play tourist here in London and see all the sights, because there is so much to see here that, I'm actually really excited about it. And to be honest, after 6 months in the Middle East, I think I needed kind of a break, you know? A different kind of scenery, different environment, just everything different for a few weeks, you know, before I go back and continue the journey. So I am super happy. So my plan is to ride to the hotel I'll be staying in tonight, so I can drop off my luggage, because I don't want to ride, I don't want to leave the bike on the street and walk around or something with my luggage. So I'm gonna drop off the luggage at the hotel. But I realized only now, today they celebrate the birthday of King Charles. It's not his actual birthday, that's in November, but they seem to always celebrate this in June, and that means that there's also a parade and everything, like a military parade, right at Buckingham Palace, which was going to be my first stop, of course. So let's see. But I'm here in London. I'm so excited. Oh, balloon. No! I hit it! How did it not pop? I'm getting close to Buckingham Palace.
I watch you a lot.
Oh, do you?
What are you doing in London?
Riding around.
It's so good to bump into you. I've got a Tenere as well, but I've got the older model.
Oh, really? Nice to meet you.
Where are you headed to?
Huh?
Where are you headed to?
Just riding around London now.
Fair enough. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Bye. Yeah, I don't know the UK very well. The only time I've been to the UK was when I was studying for my master's degree, and I lived in Bristol for 3 months, studying at Bristol University as part of my master thesis. So I've been to Bristol, And then I've also been to Cardiff one day. So I guess I can say I've been to Wales. Okay, see, here we go. This is blocked now. I wanted to go left here. Yeah. Okay. So no Buckingham Palace. I could hop in one of these. Nah. Don't be silly. Now I need to figure out where to go though. Left? I don't know. Let's go somewhere. Here you go. So much going on. Anyway, so that's why there is quite some excitement actually for me to be here, because yeah, never been to London or any other place really. Fancy people. See fancy people everywhere. Now how do I get to my hotel? That's a good question. Ah, you know what? You know where I am? This is Westminster Abbey. Has to be, no? Oh, there's also police everywhere. What is it with me and police? Yeah, if there wasn't a police car next to me, I would just squeeze through here. But maybe I shouldn't do that. See? Like that. Like that. He's doing it. Okay, fine. So yeah, in the meantime, I'm just ticking off sites because I am right here on Westminster Square in front of the Parliament, in front of the Elizabeth Tower with the Big Ben. And I was planning to do all of this after dropping off my stuff at the hotel, but now it seems like this is what I'm doing. Everything is closed. It's also closed. Look at that! Okay, so all of this is also closed. Wow, is it always so busy here? So many people. Or I could go left here. Let's try that though. Let's try this, see how far I can get here. Left here. Ah, it's also closed. I don't even know if I can reach the hotel. Hello. Can I ask you something? Because I'm riding in circles because everything is closed.
Yeah, of course, madam. So that is all blocked off at the moment.
This?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that is all blocked off at the moment. That's basically where it is. Unfortunately, it's going to be like that until like 5 o'clock. You can only walk there rather than like drive. That's the only thing. Even if you go all the way around, from this basically road onwards, it's basically all blocked, no vehicles.
Oh.
Where you going to?
Well, I have a hotel booked there for tonight.
Another 2.5 hours maybe.
Right.
They said around 5-ish.
Ah.
It should be done. So
Is that all for that parade or something?
Yeah, it's all for the parade.
Ah. Okay. No, okay, then I'll just keep riding around.
Which hotel are you going to?
The hotel is here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sorry about that.
That's not your fault. I'll just keep riding.
Yeah.
So the whole city center is basically blocked off because of this military parade. Yeah, I could not have known that, right? You know, I just realized maybe you barely recognize me because I'm wearing different gear. Revit sent me a summer jacket, this blue one, because yeah, the weather is lovely. Ah, what is this? Ah, the Royal Courts of Justice. Wow. Incredible, right? There's a statue of a... It's a dragon. It's a dragon. It's a dragon. Dragon statue. Oh wow, I already see St. Paul's. Oh, that's impressive. That is incredible. This is St. Paul's Cathedral. Wow. Amazing. Oh, there's a bunch of naked men on bicycles. Can you believe my luck? So first there's a military parade because the king is celebrating his birthday today. So I can't reach my hotel for another 2.5 hours. Go in here? Yeah. And be confronted with naked men on bicycles. Didn't see that coming. Oh, there's a naked man again. Get rid of it. Let me actually show you my bike a little bit. This is the beauty that I am riding. You've only seen me sitting on the bike. And then Moscow Motors sent me the Reckless 40. So this is a smaller luggage than I normally have because I thought I don't have to carry any spare parts with me this time. I only carry like this massive chain, mostly for London. And in case these bags look familiar, this is the original. So many brands are copying Moscow Motor bags and just releasing the exact same looking product. But just for your information, Moscow is the total original. They have been creating these bags and they're just being copied. Now on the other side of St. Paul's, see it's behind, hiding behind the trees here. See it? It sits on top of an old Roman temple, and so it's the 5th church that's built on this place. The previous version of the St. Paul's burned down in the Great Fire of London in 1666. That's when they built this one, which turned out to be the most spectacular of all. And actually the St. Paul's is also the reason why a lot of like the taller buildings around here, the high brand new skyscrapers, have really strange shapes. And that's because there is this rule that no building must block kind of the skyline with the St. Paul's Cathedral visible on it. More police. There's police everywhere, huh? So, talking about that Great Fire of London in 1666, this is the monument to commemorate that fire. So that was the monument to commemorate the fire, and I understand why that's such a big monument, because that fire not only destroyed St. Paul's Cathedral, but it destroyed 87 churches and over 13,000 homes. So 1 out of 6 people became homeless here in London after that fire. And the fire started in a small bakery, but because at the time, in 1666, all the houses here in London were made out of wood, and they were all built very close to each other. That was one of the reasons why it spread so quickly. And after the fire, they rebuilt the city to how it looks now, with wider streets and pretty much everything made out of stone. Another thing that the fire did was actually end the bubonic plague, because at the time of the fire there was an outbreak of the plague, and the plague was spread by fleas that were carried by rats, and the fire killed all the fleas and all the rats pretty much in London. So after that there was never any outbreak of the plague anymore in London. So how was that? I have decided, since all my plans are out of the window because of that military parade, I'm now going to ride to the Tower Bridge. They closed the Tower Bridge as well, did they? Now I'm going the wrong way. I have no idea where I am now. Now I should get to the Tower Bridge if they haven't closed it here. If they also haven't closed it here, then I don't know what to do. Oh, there's a protest. No to China's mega embassy. No, I can go to Tower Bridge. See, if you don't give up, there's always a way. There it is. Horsies. They don't care about the traffic rules either. Wow, look at this. This is so cool. Isn't this awesome? Yeah, this definitely gets my vote for the best bridge across the Thames. So cool. Now I am on the south bank. Eehoo! I'm getting closer. This is good.
But I saw you just like with the cameras and that, and you went to fair play for you. Just like my hat to you. Like, how you went like to the jungles and people that you never seen before and you never spoke before, and you don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
No. But why is there so much police? Is it all because of that parade today? Like the city was a mess. Like so many roads were closed.
Because of that riding bike naked or whatever.
Oh yeah, I saw the naked guys. Oh, it's because of them? Ah, here? Yeah. Alright, my bike is safely parked in the garage, which is quite rare in London. And this is my room. Do I have a view? Oh, it is a view. But this will do perfectly for tonight. So now I'm going towards Piccadilly Circus, because in this area there's two large bookstores. And, you know, the publisher can tell me that I have a Sunday Times bestseller, but I'm gonna see if my book is actually laying there in the bookstores, because it should be. Let's go book hunting for my own book. This is Piccadilly Circus. Apparently, if you want to advertise over there, companies pay £250,000 a week to advertise there. £250,000! That's crazy. I mean, a lot of people pass here, surely, but it's a lot of money. found the first bookstore. Let's check it out. Where's my book? Oh, here it is, here it is. Yay! I found my book. I found my book. Oh, it's so amazing to see it. It's just there. It's just there. Right, so if you come to the Waterstones at Piccadilly, you can find a signed copy here. They had my book. They had my book. It's so cool to walk into. Well, it's the biggest bookstore I think here on Piccadilly. I'm gonna go to another one, which is also pretty big, I think. It's just so unreal to see your book there, laying there. If you want a signed copy, now you know where to find it. Waterstones at Piccadilly. And now I'm going to another one on the same street. Bookseller since 1797. This is Hatchard. It's such a pretty store. Let's find my book. Well, I don't think my book will be with the Prime Ministers, but I always keep an ambition. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna sign these. So now there are two places right here on Piccadilly Street where you can find signed copies of my book. I'm gonna go back to my hotel. I'm gonna continue my ride through London tomorrow. Right. Thank you very much. See, look how empty the streets are on a Sunday morning. What a difference. So I've now left my bags. So I'm back at Westminster. I always want to say Westminster. This is Westminster Abbey, but it's Westminster. Minster actually stands for monastery. And because this place is west of the center of London, that's where the name Westminster comes from. The monastery west of London. Here is the Big Ben. So not the tower is the Big Ben, that's the Elizabeth Tower. And the bell inside, that's the Big Ben. And that bell was first cast, correct me if I'm wrong, in 1856. And then it cracked. Then they made a second one, which also cracked after 2 weeks. So, but instead of making a third one, they tried to repair the second one with a slightly smaller hammer. And that worked, but apparently you can hear that the sound of the bell is slightly off because of that repair. And the clock of the Big Ben is famously accurate, and they sometimes do have to tune it. And they do that by adding a penny, a British penny, to the pendulum. And adding 1 penny to the pendulum, I think, slows down the clock with 0.4 seconds per day, I believe. How cool is that, right? So this is the iconic telephone booth. This is the number K6. You also have the K2, which was the original, built in 1926. That was made out of cast iron and weighed over a ton. And only 1,700 were made for the wealthier areas of London. But this one came out 10 years later, and 70,000 of them were made all over the country. But yeah, it's not working anymore. They destroyed it, see? Such a shame, but still really cool. Do you hear the Big Ben? I heard it. Okay, and now I am going to cross the Westminster Bridge. You can see that it is painted green, and that is to match the benches in the House of Commons, which is here west of the bridge. And there is the London Eye. You know, the London Eye was actually built for the millennium to celebrate the year 2000, and it was supposed to only stay for 5 years. But people loved it so much that they kept it. Okay, so that was another crossing of the Thames. Attempt number 2 to see Buckingham Palace. There it is, no? Is it not there? Yeah. Here we go. Ah, the king already left. That's soon. Yesterday he was blocking all the roads for the military parade. And today he's already left the palace because you see the flag up there? It's like the normal flag. And when they put this one, it means that the king is not in the palace. If he would be at home, then they put the royal standard flag. So yeah, this is Buckingham Palace. They built it in 1837. Truth be told, this front that we're looking at now, that was actually only built in 1913. They kind of added that because the original needed a bit of a facelift. So the real palaces are all behind this. This is only what us mere tourists get to see. Right. Let's keep going. This is the Tower of London. I am now walking at the Tower of London. I just had a personal meeting with a beef eater. Don't ask me where that names come from because they don't really know. They think it's because in the old days they got paid in meat, in beef instead of money. But I can't really film so much here because it is so busy, there's so many people here. But I did get to see some of it. It used to be a prison, it used to be the residence of the royals. There was also a zoo here, very multi-purpose building. Really awesome. Now the crown jewels are also here, stored here, but there is a massive line and I'm not allowed to film inside, so I can't show you those. Hey horsies! I'm going now to a book market, which is under a bridge. So as I've showed you, I am doing book signings in bookshops, but I thought it would also be a fun idea to sign copies and just leave them laying around in the country for the first person to find it and pick it up. And now there's a book market under the bridge here, so I'm gonna see if one of the bookstore owners is okay with leaving my book there, and then you know where to find a free copy. Here's the book market. A spot somewhere.
Put it in a gap that you can see.
So, first person to find it, it is here. I signed it. Free to pick up if you come. South Bank Book Market. This is so much fun. If you find my book, tag me on Instagram so I know that somebody found it and it's not laying here for 3 years. Please, somebody pick it up. Right. Now to top off a very English day. And it is a Sunday, so I think it's time to have a Sunday roast. That's what the English do, right? There we go, bike parking. Only motorbikes, perfect. Let's check out this place. The outside looks so cool. Look at that. Established in 1549. There's like a tiny alley there. It's very dark in here. Wow, my food arrived. This looks amazing. So this is Yorkshire pudding, and then I have gravy, and then below here you got the meat and then the potato and the carrot, and I believe I'm supposed to eat it all kind of together. Thank
Gravy
you.
is unlimited. If you need again the smoke.
Okay, thank you.
Ah, see, there are more vegetables hiding underneath here.
Now that was delicious. That was my first ever Sunday roast and I'm a fan. It was also a lot. I couldn't even finish the plate and I don't think I will need dinner. I'm going to end this video now. I really hope that you like this first video in London. Obviously, I'm not staying only in London. I'll be riding all over the UK. So yeah, I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please give a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below and then I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, man. Not mine, but I'll take credit. Why not?